day. I'm Marcelle Bond, and today I'm going to talk to you all about SPAs, single-page applications. Single-page applications come a far way in its time. It's been holding its own, and there is quite a few frameworks that came about and helped to improve this. For instance, Meteor, React.js, AngularJS, Vue.js, and Backbone.js. Which one is the best? I'm not going to start that war today because that's totally up to you all. But when learning these new frameworks, you might come along and meet some issues because these are quite intense frameworks. But don't worry, Stack Overflow is there for you all, so it's not an issue. There are some pros and cons to SPAs. SPAs for loading time is extremely quick, seamless user experiences, enables ease in building, feature-rich applications, and it uses less bandwidth. But it doesn't really perform that well with SEO and uses a lot of browser resources. And you know, with Chrome, that is a very sad thing for your machine. But do you really need to learn one of these big frameworks just to build a single-page application? In my opinion, I'm going to say no. Because I believe if you're a front-end developer who's never worked with Angular or Node.js or anything like that, it's going to be quite a steep learning curve for you, especially if you already have a template in hand, or maybe you got HTML and stuff already built a certain way, and now you just want to shift it over. And if you want to just use this for proof of concept to a client or something, going to do this all in React.js and stuff might be a bit time-consuming, especially for learning. So I'd rather use vanilla JS or jQuery. Personally, I prefer jQuery because it's a lot faster. It's a lot easier to write, especially for DOM manipulation. It takes a lot out of the JavaScript writing. We could do this single-page application style with vanilla JS or jQuery. So the vanilla way is it's a simple XML HTTP request. And all you're doing is requesting the file that you're looking for. It could be an HTML file, it could be whichever file you're storing it in, basically. And when you return that file, you would search for the div. You would create a temporary div, insert the HTML into that text, or you could even directly insert it into wherever in your document you want. Just remember that when you look for certain parts this way with the vanilla way, you're going to have to know exactly what your element is labeled and actually go in there and account for that. But with the jQuery way, it's a lot simpler. It's one line. You give the element that you want to load the new content into. You give the URL where it belongs. And I'll show you in the demo that you could actually extract certain sections out within that same request. So you don't have to do it like the vanilla way where you had to go know where this whole responsive thing is. And the load also has a callback function that will do things once it's finished loading in. And I was asked, like, why jQuery? Like I said before, jQuery is just, it makes things a lot less lines. Like, you know, it's more efficient. And jQuery says it's best. Write less, do more. And that's what programmers should be doing, writing less and doing more. So now I'm going to move on to the demo. Sorry, just 1 second. So beforehand, I've just set up a few things, like there's some styling for the HTML and stuff. I got a nav bar going. This is a nav bar for smaller screens, and I got these templates. I got this template off of W3 Schools. And also there's a footer. So one of the most important things when setting this up, if for a nice efficient way so you can navigate through things, you put the href with tag names like home for hashes. And these hashes, in wherever you keep your content or your content for your template or something, like for a home page and stuff like that, you'll give it an ID of home on this header, and it'll load this whole section in. The about section, you also just give it an ID of about, and it'll come and it'll grab this. So in the jQuery, where I was saying that with the URL, so you go then you'll add this context with the hash key, it would go and look for one of these and get it out for you, depending on the ID that you've labeled it with. So to do this with the load function, let's come here to our script. We're going to do this. We could just say $, body, fade out. We can say fast. This is just to fade the div out so you don't see a flicker in the screen. Well, I prefer it like this so you don't see an immediate change, like a just rapid change in the thing. Function, take out the parameter. Then I'd like to check the thing first, the href. First hash is equal to location dot hash, and this will get you the hash from the URL. Now, because the first one won't have a hash there, you could just check it if first hash is equals to nothing, then you could just say first hash is equal to hash home. Right, so from there you could say, so up here, this is the div that I have. 1 second. This div here with the ID of main is where I want to load my content into. So just go $ hash main dot load, and all I'll do is content dot html space plus first hash. Then of course we'll fade this back in. Fade it back in faster as well. So if we go back here, this is the page. This is what it looked like before anything was there. And now this is what we get. Now for the changing of your routes. As you can see, these all here, if we click them now, nothing happens. Nothing at all happens. So what we'll do is say window dot bind, and we call it hash change. Give it a callback function. Don't really need any of the parameters right now. And in this, we will do hash just to check once again if it isn't empty. So let's go and grab this up here. You just copy all of this as well. This is just for security's sake. If hash equal to that, put it back. Fine. Then from here, we can say $ main dot fade out fast function. Main dot load. Let's just go grab this, paste it here. go hash and then say video. Fast. Let's just get this. I have some space here, sorry. So let's go and test this now. Just refresh. Here's at home. Something seems to be wrong. Give me 1 second, please. Content. Main dot fade out. Content dot hash. Something's not right here, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it this? Oh yes, sorry, had a spelling mistake. So as you can see now, when I navigate through, changes to whatever, no refresh. And with that function, it also tracks backwards like this. Now, previously I have built like fully functioning websites with like backend code to handle this as well, to work with this as well. And it worked quite smoothly. I don't suggest you do this for large size applications, but for this kind of quick purpose to demonstrate to somebody or something like that, this here can be fine for a single page application demo. And that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.